I'm creating a weight that's hard to shift in the air, if you know what I mean. So wherever the jumper goes, he has to jump plumb with feet together. So what that actually means, no matter what he's doing, the feet has to be there, together, and side by side, and then he has to propel himself straight up, okay? And it's a good demonstration. We put out a line out after. It'll demonstrate exactly what I mean, because you'll get people that are lifting behind won't be able to lift someone because they're jumping out of plumb. Okay? Does that make sense? Everyone understand that? Especially when you're up against another line out over there, when you're on a defensive line that you're trying to attack, you see a lot of guys jumping across like that, rather than sort of going into the middle, trying to grab that line and getting up. 9 times out of the 10, if they jump from here, they don't get the height, because they're lifting from here and over. So they're on an angle like that. But this guy here is jumping straight up and down. So they might time it exactly right, but the height of this person's higher than this person, because this guy's on an angle. He's not jumping plumb. So, yeah, get all your jumpers, no matter what they're doing. And it's actually hard. That thing is a hard thing to do. Get your locks, your number 8s, your loosies, just to do that. And I bet you a lot of them can't do it to start with.
Do you have any tools to improve that, Robin, if they can't do it?
Just
practice.
Yeah, it's just practice. And there's a word that comes into it, it's called pressure, obviously. When people are under pressure, they revert to kind. So you have to practice them under pressure. So you have to practice them without pressure first. So it's easy enough to do. Jump there and then walk forward. I don't want to do that. Okay? If I'm coming back, I don't want to jump back like that. So you've got to overcompensate back the other way, you know what I mean? So if you're running back, you've got to actually jump forward, but you're actually jumping straight up. Okay? But we'll get on to that pressure thing later on. If I can have another volunteer out here. In terms of, it's easy using a number 8. Who lifts from the front? Yeah, we'll use you after too. For a lifter, so if he does the correct thing there, okay, if he's jumping up and down like this, and I'll get you all to do it in exercise after, the ease of lifting this guy, it's just so easy. But if he jumps slightly out of plumb, either way, it makes it really, really hard. And you do some video analysis, you'll see many lineouts. You probably would have seen a few last night. That was the fundamental reasons why it didn't get him in the air. It was just too heavy a lift while he's moving. Right, the other reason, the other thing for this guy to do, I believe there's many ways you can lift. You can do that, you can do that, you can do that. My sort of way is to give this guy space. He's got to have space to move around, whether it's our ball or the opposition's ball. So we don't want to get too close to him. We don't want to be up here because he wants to come back, you know. And a good way to let him have space and not look at him, because you see, in Dowdy used to always do it to me. He used to be like that, and if I was going backwards, I'd run into him. An easy way to get around that is just put one finger on him, and you could be looking that way, and you move backwards, and then, you know, you just need one little touch. So move, yeah, then I can get him here easy. If everyone's just do that, yeah, then put your hands like that, okay, which means put your elbows together. That shape there is the same shape as that shape there, okay? So these thumbs, if those thumbs there were up his arse, like there, you don't, it just fits in there, you know what I mean? That shape there is the same as that. So you don't need to even look, okay? You don't need to look down there. And for a lifter from behind, it's exactly like we talked about the scrum position before. The lifter here, it's a lift from using these things here. It's not a lift, so if I was to lift like this, I'm using my biceps, okay? They're definitely not as strong as these things here. But if I did this and straighten my arms, all the power comes from here, okay? So you see a lot of guys do this, and they struggle their ass. Because if they've got straight legs like this, they can't really lift them as fast with as much power as they can like that, okay? So if I was to get our prop out here, and just put you aside, it's like, I always describe it like a good pimple on your cheek, and you sit in the mirror, okay, and you got that, and you go, and you go straight in the mirror. It's exactly like underneath the pimple, okay? And we're in the middle, and it's actually almost like a 50% push down the bottom, okay? So we just put your hands up, titties in the middle, so you get down to this, and push. So it's a push at the bottom, about 50%, and then we're equally getting them up. And as it goes up and up and up, I take 90, he takes 10, okay? So, and once he's up there, once he's up there, then if you can see me from the side there, if I was to hold him like this up there, his body weight's out there. No one can hold 100 kgs out there, or there, or there. It's got to be there. Okay, so I have to slide mine. It's like spines in line in the scrum. If I was to push in the scrum there on my prop, if I was to push him down in the knee area, my body weight's going to go through there. If you invert, put that up like that. If I was to hold this guy up, it wasn't to get under him. You see so many times, so many misalignments. They'll get him up, and they come down, and the ball's just going to shoot straight over. Because they don't get under him and lift him. And I'll demonstrate a couple of lifts here. A correct one and a not so correct one. Go there, hit your head. So, what we want to do is push. What you want to do is obviously jump with your feet together and jump straight up. And it's a hard discipline to get to forget about the ball mentally. Because sometimes a jumper wants to get the ball because his peripheral vision out here is looking at this guy. So that pressure of taking notice of what's here can get inside the guy's head, and by default he jumps across or jumps backwards, and he doesn't jump and plump. Okay? It's a hard thing for a jumper under pressure to do. It sounds easy, and in practice it's very easy, but on the field it's very hard. So we'll just jump. So what I want you to do, just come and just push him straight up, grab him on the knees here. Go. We have to go outside and demonstrate. And you want to jump realistically and try and land back on the same spot again. Yep. Yep. Now obviously you know about it. You get your guys to do that, I guarantee that they won't be landing on the exactly same spot. Some of them will be up to half a metre both ways, this way and that way. It makes the job so much harder for the lifters. Okay. Just get our two men in here. Hey, player coach. Yeah. So just demonstrate from the side what I mean by spines in line, and this is what probably a lot of people don't do, including some of the ABs. Even now, it's a hard thing to get into their head. And I'll show you what normally happens. And with this way, coming in late like this and standing here and using these, you don't have to be close to use your biceps. Okay? People rush in here, get close, and they're still not using their powerful part. Okay? So get down. Right, just go. So that was a result of at the bottom, I'm pushing 50 and you're trying to lift. So my push is pushing it forward like that. Down the bottom, what we're going to do is push hard at each other. Pretend he's not even there. And it's a push, and once I get him to there, then I'll take over and I'll have all his weight. Yeah. Just for the exercise, and we'll come, just get close and jump straight legged. We'll come in after and do that. Okay, go. See out there, he's freaking hard to hold. See his spine's here, my spine's here. And when there's movement in a game and pressure, holding him here, you just can't do it. Okay, it's too freaking hard. No matter how strong you are, and even Jerry Collins probably wouldn't be able to hold him out there, especially bigger guys. So you need to get your centre of gravity, this bit here, underneath him, So my spine goes up through his spine. Okay? So don't stay back here. Get under him. Right, just go. See that there? Now he's easy, you let go of him. It's very easy to hold him there. Because his spine's right over mine. Does that make sense? That's what you guys get in 2s or 3s and try it so that you feel what's going on as well. Right, go. Okay, now, yeah, so you jump out of there. Now you do to him what I was doing to you before. Yeah. So down the bottom it's a 50-50 push. So you push it hard that way, hard. And then once it gets up to about here, then he takes over and he comes under and you're there just to support at the front. Okay? Do about 3 or 4 of those pushes. Get down low, so his ass isn't up here. Get down here. Yep. And again. And it's still not right. You're going like this and then you're backing off here. Okay. Push. Yeah, push and then come, because you've got to come together up. Your chest and his chest are going to meet in the middle. You don't push and back off. Okay? Push and meet in the middle. Yeah. So you've got to come there, to get your spine under his. So do 2 or 3 of those. Yep. And again. Okay, now jump in. And your thumbs still aren't, face around, your thumbs are still wide on them, like that. Oh, you guys can, like that. You've got to get your elbows together and get that shape. See that shape there? You don't want the weight on your thumb, because you can't lift with your thumb. You want your weight here, there, okay? And if it's there, then all your weight goes through here, but you can't do that, okay? So get in there. And then when he's up there, it's a natural thing. He gets up there, you come under, he sits on your hands. He feels at the top like he's 10 kgs heavy. He doesn't feel like he's 100. But if you stay out here, like that, he feels 200. And you can really dislocate your thumb as well. Can you let him go out the front? That's it. See? Yeah. He feels light up there, right? Yeah. What's the reason for that? Yeah. Exactly. And that's very hard. 9 times out of 10, these guys don't do that. They sit their spine out here and they don't stay up there. They just go up and down. Okay? So that makes, get another couple of lifters here. 1, 2. Yeah. Necessarily you want to be square. You don't want to be square, you want to be slightly like that, so you've got stability that way and that way. So if you're like that, you can fall back. So that way there, you're stable both ways. So it's easier to bring whatever your favoured foot is under. So you're moving forward like that. And look up his spine, because that'll bring your ass in. Up, right up his back, yeah. Keep your hands in together. You're wide like that, his ass is there. Yeah, okay. You feel a lot of pressure through here? Yeah, because you're using your arms instead of getting down here and using your legs. Okay? Okay. So try it again. 10% of arms and 90% legs. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So that's perfect because you come under, your spine's in line with his. So more legs. More legs. That's very easy to do here, but if we'll just